Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right, welcome back, and today is going to be another episode showcasing the Ren-Nu program. We have two more videos to fulfill for this playlist. I do have a playlist of all the videos showcasing the Ren-Nu program by Santa Barbara Nutrients. If you have polycystic kidney disease or know someone with PKD, definitely check out the Ren-Nu program by Santa Barbara Nutrients. That link is down below in the description of this video. I've been making videos over the last couple weeks, showcasing every single week of the program. It is a very self-paced, easy to access, very technology friendly. You can do the program from your smartphone, your tablet, your MacBook, laptop, PC, desktop, whatever you got. They have coaching hours as well, which can be accessed by Zoom, and it's a phenomenal program for treating and managing polycystic kidney disease. And the program is built around a ketogenic lifestyle, which is ketogenic therapy using real food, no drugs, no supplements, none of that stuff. It's just really eating Mother Nature. And I have polycystic kidney disease. I've been living a ketogenic lifestyle for close to 2 years now. I have shown tremendous amount in reversal of my disease progression, which means my kidneys have grown in size and they have reversed in size. Pretty crazy if you really think about it. That's what PKD is. If you are new here, PKD is cysts on your kidneys that grow. And the reason that cysts ultimately grow is because of very bad lifestyle factors. Dietary lifestyle factors, could be drugs, could be chemicals, or just really anything causing inflammation in your body. So week number 10 is a very interesting week because there's so much that I personally want to talk about. And I also want to keep this video relatively short here. But week number 10 of this program is all about fat adaptation and carbohydrate flexing. So in a nutshell, fat adaptation is different for everyone straight off the bat. There is a wide range of how long it takes a person to achieve fat adaptation. What does that mean? That means that your body is becoming so efficient at using fat for fuel, aka ketones, and not relying on blood sugar. So think of your body, or I should say really macronutrients. There's three of them. There's protein, there's carbs, and there's fat. Now, on the American Standard Diet, you have protein, and then you eat more than likely a lot of carbs and a lot of sugar, and then typically you will do a low or very little type of fat, because on the American Standard Diet, fat is very much demonized. Now, on a ketogenic lifestyle and ketogenic therapy, you basically pretty much just swap the carbs and fat. You decrease the carbs and you increase the fat. What that does is it forces your body to burn fat for fuel. It's not dangerous. It's what our ancestors have done. It's what many people do when they just go to the gym, because the first macro to be burned, especially if you are a gym rat like me, is going to be carbs. Carbs are getting burned faster than fat. The problem is that when you eat an abundance of carbs, there's so much energy, there's so much glucose in your body that doesn't get burned. You, in theory, become fat. I understand it's very much backwards. In order to very much lose weight, you have to increase the fat and decrease the carbs. It's pretty much like what opposite of what society teaches in the medical establishment here in America, is that a high carb diet, a low fat diet is the best route, right? And the science just really speaks for the opposite. Very much moderate amount of carbs. And if you're going to be doing a ketogenic lifestyle, you need very little amount of carbs and very much high in fat. Now, obviously, if you are very much losing or want to lose weight, you're not going to be increasing your fat very so much, but it's very much personalized for you. I'm in a very different boat, which I'll talk to momentarily, because there are a lot of people like me that are very much athletes, where we do need more fat than other people, because we're not really trying to lose weight. We're more so trying to put on like some lean body mass in general. So fat adaptation is very much when you stay consistent. It's tough. It's a challenge. Challenge yourself. I challenge myself all the time. I actually just went through a 30-day detox of no caffeine. It was brutal. I love drinking coffee, but I challenged myself. I did a challenge. 30 days of no coffee. Challenge yourself. 3 months seems to typically be a sweet spot for a lot of people. They achieve a thing called fat adaptation, where their body becomes so efficient at using ketones for fuel. I honestly don't know how long it was for me. I want to say maybe a couple months. Exercise does propel fat adaptation, though, so keep that in mind. Exercise is definitely a humongous benefit, especially when you are on a ketogenic lifestyle. So fat adaptation is a major milestone where the body efficiently burns fat and ketones for energy. It just becomes so used to burning fat because you're so consistent. You're not having a cheat meal. You're not sneaking in cookies, ice cream. You're not doing any of that. You are just simply just really eating a lot of great healthy protein, a lot of great healthy fat, and also carbohydrates are really pretty much a luxury or designed to what you're really doing. Signs of fat adaptation include stable energy, reduced cravings, improved focus. Major benefit. Once you're fat adapted, you may be ready to begin carbohydrate flexing, a structured way to test your personal carb tolerance. This phase supports long-term metabolic flexibility and sustainable eating habits. Oh man, word salad today. Sorry about that. You learn how to track, test, and adjust based on how your body responds. Very true, because everyone is different. And I got one more slide that I basically pretty much want to read off. Then I'll go ahead and give my own personal experience here. Fat adaptation occurs when your body becomes it's effective. Didn't I just... Oh, wait. No. It's just a reiteration. But it's good reiteration. Fat adaptation occurs when your body becomes efficient at using fat and ketones for energy instead of carbohydrates. This typically happens after several consistent weeks in ketosis, but varies by individual. Consistency. I know it's hard. It was a struggle for me, but you gotta stay strong, because there's so much more upside benefits. And trust me, your favorite dessert, your favorite ice cream, it's not going away anytime soon. Obviously, holidays exist for a reason. Or you could very well make your homemade ice cream like I do all the time too. That's one way. And homemade ice cream with real food that's not going to spike your blood sugar and pretty much kick you out of ketosis. Signs of fat adaptation: improved energy, fewer cravings, focus, better appetite control. That's also another really big one. Ketone levels may be lower than during early ketosis, but are more stable and consistent. Staying fat adapted requires a steady carb intake while foods and continued awareness how your body responds. Okay, so when I first started doing this, I was very much in the boat that my ketone levels matter significantly. And when you first start doing this, you're going to be very happy to see very high ketone numbers. High ketone numbers for maybe you may not be the right thing. Obviously, high ketones for me now, being almost 2 years of doing this, it's not necessarily a good thing. Okay, and I'll get to that why momentarily. A lot of people focus on the numbers, and everyone is different. Some people have been doing a ketogenic lifestyle for many, many years. Their body will produce higher ketones. Why is that? Because it's the way that your body processes food, processes fat. It's how your liver metabolizes certain stuff. I'm a lean mass hyperresponder. My body metabolizes fat, protein, and carbs differently than other people. It's the way that I am put together. We all have God-given equal rights, each and every single one of us, regardless of color, regardless of backgrounds, political beliefs, just anything, right? We all have human rights, equal human rights. However, we're not genetically the same put together. So understand that if you go on social media like I did early on, and I started seeing posts about high ketones, I'm like, oh wow, this is awesome. And then my ketone numbers started to go down drastically. And I got a little nervous. And I'm like, what's going on here? My daily macros of carbs did not change. Actually, I ended up lowering my daily carbs because I was moving more into a carnivore lifestyle. And my ketones went down. When I did 0 total carb carnivore last summer for 5 months, I was also bodybuilding as well. And I was putting on a lot of lean body muscle mass. And there were days that I'd be waking up and I would take a ketone reading. 0 total carb. 0 total carb. I fasted for 14, 15, 16 hours. And I would get ketones of 0.2, 0.3, sometimes maybe 0.4. Typically, sometimes 0.5. My ketones would be all over the place. I wasn't eating too much protein because that's what everybody says. Oh, you're eating too much protein. No, I actually was not eating too much protein. How do I know I wasn't eating too much protein? Because I measured my blood. My BUN wasn't out of range, BUN. My other markers didn't really show that I was turning excess protein into glucose. My glucose was still very low. I was getting glucose readings in the 70s, but yet my ketones were so low. Why is that? So a lot of bodybuilders will actually have lower ketones, okay? I fit in that category. So understand that if you are in the world of being an athlete, being a bodybuilder, your ketones may be significantly lower if you're going to be doing this longer term. Don't freak out. Focus on consistency, focus on what you're eating, focus on your daily goals, and if you're eating 10, 20, 30 grams of carbs and suddenly your ketones readings start changing, but you notice on your scale that you're going up in weight, not body fat, your BMI is actually decreasing, don't get freaked out. Just focus on the great fact that you are increasing muscle mass. So there's a lot of individual basis when it comes to fat adaptation. I experienced something totally different. Last year, I was very much doing a lot of prolonged fasting. If I were to fast for 24 hours last year, early on, my ketones would be above like 3.0. If I do a 24-hour fast right now, my ketones would be between 0.4 and 0.8. Why is that? Because I am beyond fat adapted. That's why. So your ketone level is customized to your makeup, your genetic makeup as a human being. And it's also customized to really what you're doing with your metabolical system. If you're putting on a lot of body mass, yes, there are cases where people do eat a obsessive amount of protein. And I'm talking like over 2.2 grams per kg of body weight. That is much more. I'm very much in my exercising window. But then again, I got to say this because my kidney function is very, very much on the higher end with PKD. And there are people very much on the lower end of PKD where you have to really watch how much protein you are eating. So once again, all this stuff is customized to you. You have to learn your body. And going through the Ren-Nu program, you will be working with a dietitian that actually will customize everything with you. And everything that I talked about of if you are an athlete, if you're bodybuilding, if you are on the opposite spectrum, if you are in the terms you want to decrease your BMI, body fat, it's going to be customized to you. So just don't think that the Ren-Nu program is very one-sided. you can very much do the Ren-Nu program as an athlete, as someone who is bodybuilding, someone that wants to improve their BMI. It's customizable to you and your goals, and that's what makes it absolutely amazing. I'm going to wrap this up on today's video. We got 2 more episodes to conclude this playlist, so please stay tuned for this. Hopefully everyone is doing great. If you have any questions for me, definitely drop it in the comment section, or definitely hit up the Ren-Nu team at Santa Barbara Nutrients. They're very easy to reach. Take it easy, everyone. Please stay consistent, and see you on the next one. Later.